internal medicine, physical medicine, and rehab hospitalist in Louisville, Kentucky. He graduated from Jinnah Sindh Medical University in 1987. He is the founding president of the Kentucky-Indiana chapter of APPNA. He is the past president of SMC ANA and current Board of Trustees member of SMC ANA and APPKI. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Aftab Ahmed.
It is my great pleasure to invite the next speaker onto the stage. He has been a lifetime APPNA member for many years. He graduated from Jinnah Sindh Medical University in 1986. Currently, he is an associate professor of cardiology at Mount Sinai Medical Center in Manhattan, New York. He is past president of SMC Alumni and also ex-chairman of Board of Trustees of SMC Alumni. It is because of his leadership and efforts that Sindh Medical College gained the university status. He is also founding president of APPNA. His services to APPNA over the years culminated in the big responsibility he took this year as the APPNA president. Under his leadership, APPNA is clearly seeing a big surge in new membership. The 36th annual APPNA convention is a clear testimony of his superb leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your president, Dr. Javed Suleman.
Thank you, Aftab, for the generous introduction. Honorable Congressmen, respected guests and teachers, colleagues and friends, I welcome you all to this annual banquet of APPNA summer meeting. It is indeed an honor of my life to serve you all as President of APPNA. I thank the host committee from the bottom of my heart and especially its chair, Dr. Iqbal Zafar Hamid, for putting tremendous efforts to make this summer meeting one of the most successful and remarkable event in the history of APPNA. I realized that on this wonderful night, we are gathered together to rejoice, to celebrate, to have a good dinner, and listen to the fabulous musical program. And therefore, I will try to be short in my speech. I promise to make a change for the betterment of APPNA, and I'm trying hard to fulfill my promises. Time goes by too fast, and 6 months of a 12-month tenure is already gone. We have made significant progresses in increasing membership, in providing unwavering support for our young physicians, for advocacy of our aims and objectives, promotion of research and education, and support of social and philanthropic causes, both in the United States and in Pakistan. Transparency and accountability in all functioning of APPNA has been and will be the guiding light throughout this tenure. Inclusion and diversification has been the approach. My team's goal is to steer APPNA in the direction where mutual respect, positive attitude, and productive works are the goals. Now, the backbone of APPNA functioning are its committees, and each committee has contributed to their fullest so far. Because of time constraint, I'll highlight just works a few of them, especially the Social Welfare and Disaster Relief Committee. Under this committee, the APPNA Trauma Initiative Project, which itself has the potential of saving thousands of lives in Pakistan, has already started in 2 locations and expanding fast. The Advocacy Committee, with the cooperation of the U.S. Department of State has helped many medical graduates seeking J1 waiver in expediting their security clearances. Out of the 51 applicants who approached APPNA, we were able to get the visa expedited for all 51 of them. This is a 100% success rate and itself a record. Now, with the reduction of the membership dues, we have opened the door of APPNA wider, and so far we have over 400 new lifetime members, and the process of recruiting new members is ongoing. In total, at present, which is just the half of the year, we are over 3,000 members, paying members. To support deserving medical students and young physicians, we have started this scholarship fund, and Dr. Masood Akbar is leading this project, and a kind donor has committed $1 million for this noble cause, and he has already remitted $200,000 to the organization. We request matching support from alumni leadership and from you all. I consider the young physicians as our future and equal to the jugular vein of our organization. The tomorrow of APPNA belongs to them. At this time, when we are at the helm, it's our responsibility to guide them, to help them, to groom them, so tomorrow they are examples of successes for themselves and for our community. Speaking about myself, at some point in my life, I had been a final year student too, a young physician, same like the ones I'm talking about. One who is unsure of the future, looking for guidance, and at that time, what I feared most was failure. In those college days, I have spent far too long at cafeteria sipping tea and far less time in lectures. Unsure of what the future beholds for me. Life was difficult and complicated then. Options were few. Future guidance was not as readily available as it is these days. The option was failure. The option of failure was a reality. Being in that situation myself, I could fully understand that if we bent forward and hold the hands of the ones who are trying to take the first steps in their careers, what great difference we can make. Life is not a checklist of acquisitions and achievements only. It is also about giving and sharing and helping others. Our young physicians need our enthusiastic support. And also my message for the young physicians is, you have an entire life fit to burst with opportunities ahead of you. Don't ever give up. Carry on with your struggle, and we are here to help and to guide you. Another point which I wanted to touch is quote-unquote intolerance. Time and again, we hear from back home, from our beloved country Pakistan, about targeted killings of physicians and common citizens just because of their faith. Having born there or having family ties there, we know very well that the vast majority of citizens of Pakistan are peace-loving, tolerant people. Then why the continued atrocities by very few intolerant, violent sociopaths who has taken the whole society as a hostage? I believe it is because of the vast majority keeping their silence or not raising their voice loud enough. When Pastor Neumiller came out of the Nazi death camps, he said, "They came after the Jews, and I was not a Jew, so I did not protest. They came after the trade unionists, and I was not a trade unionist, so I did not protest. Then they came after the Roman Catholics, and I am not a Roman Catholic, so I did not protest. Then they came after me, and there was no one left to protest." The lesson history teaches is this: if you believe it is someone else's problem because you are safe, you are at risk. Though, as a community, we have condemned intolerance and militancy in every other forum, but we need to do it even more loudly and more strongly. Well, in another note, in the United States, the medical graduates from Pakistan serve as integral role in the delivery of healthcare to millions of citizens. You will find Pakistani medical graduates in all fields of medicine, be it academics, research, or clinical workforce. Most importantly, we provide healthcare for the underserved populations and are often more willing than our US counterpart to practice in remote rural areas. Pakistani medical graduates serve as indispensable role in providing primary care in many communities of the United States. The American Medical Association, the American College of Physicians, and other mainstream medical organizations has long recognized the value of IMGs, which include Pakistani medical graduates, and their contribution to healthcare delivery in this country. It is evident in many of their position papers. Also, ECFMG, which is the guardian at the gate, facilitating the entrance of IMGs into the American healthcare system, recognizes the importance of IMGs. I am grateful for President-elect of AMA, the Vice President of ECFMG, and President-elect of Florida Medical Association for coming over, sharing our thoughts over here, and showing their support for our cause and attending this dinner banquet. I also wanted to touch one more sensitive topic, which is the brain drain, what we call the brain draining from a developing country to the developed country. I believe there is insufficient appreciation of our contributions. We are not examples of brain drain who have abandoned our native country. Rather, we are shining examples of sacrifices where we left the coziness of our birth country to face many challenges to integrate into a new and modern system and share the burden of its healthcare delivery. At the same time, we continue to strive to improve the living condition of common citizens in Pakistan and improve the manner in which medicine is taught and practiced. I believe that this contribution is far more superior and helpful to our native country than us staying back home to avoid so-called brain drain. This cultural and educational exchange is perhaps the most beneficial aspect of our migration to US as physicians. So instead of brain drain, we could rightfully call it brain circulation. In our unique position as physicians in the communities here in US and unbreaking ties from Pakistan, there are many challenges ahead of us. We should recognize these challenges in this fast-changing world of medicine. Individual or collective laziness is absolutely not an option. So let us go forward, firm in our faith, steadfast in our purpose, but cautious of the obstacles ahead of us. Have confidence and move together so that we all together, united, could make a difference. To go forward and embrace the future with dignity, we need togetherness and unity. These are indeed crucial and changing times for our medical community, and more than ever, we need to be united and more vocal as our fate are shared together. Lastly, it would have been impossible to carry the heavy burden of responsibility and to discharge my duties as president without the help and support of my wife, Rana. I am profoundly grateful to her for her support. I also take this opportunity to thank my mother, who is here with me tonight in this banquet hall, for her well wishes and for her prayers. Thank you so much.